Hi Leo, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. And welcome to anybody who's new. It's so nice to have you. Let's do a reading for you, see how things are going. Now please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, you have the Five of Wands, King of Cups, Strength, Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Look at that. Two aces. Ace of Wands, Hierophant, and the Page of Cups. So this is looking really good. Let's go ahead and get a few oracle cards. We're going to get a wisdom of the oracle. Beautiful. This is one of the best cards here. This is saying serendipity, which is also letting you know it's going to be a lucky time for you. Okay, we're going to take two tea leaf cards, unless the universe has other plans. Let's see. All right, and it landed right on the Hierophant, the first one. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Okay. And landing on the Hierophant, both of them did. Okay, this is your connection with the divine. And it's oftentimes a card of learning. So both of your tea leaf cards landed on this. So if I were you, serendipity, could be like synchronicity, I would keep my eyes open, okay, for opportunities to learn. Okay, you have Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. So these are two very different cards. Unsettled times doesn't mean, something in the negative realm. It could be, but it could also be positive. But it is saying you need to plan ahead. And here, this is definitely a positive. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Okay, let's get a spirit animal. Let's see what would like to come out for that. Reclaim your power. Very interesting. So it looks like there might be something that you need to address here. Maybe you feel like you've given your power away in some aspect. Okay. So let's take a look at your reading and see what we have. Getting comfortable here. Okay. Well, let's start here. The center of your reading is, to me, a wonderful card, a wonderful energy. You have the Queen of Pentacles. She's a little more on the practical side. She doesn't feel the need to speed everywhere she goes. But what I really feel about her is this wonderful sense of balance. Her head side, or the practical side, the thinking side, is very balanced. And the heart side, the emotional side, is very balanced as well. It's filled with love. So what you end up getting is balance, and the center card affects the cards around it. No matter how you look at it, you're going to have balance here, which is very nice. Okay, so up here, you have the Five of Wands. And now, if you take a look, you're going to see this person here is in polka dots. And so what that's trying to say is lighten up. So this can be disagreements, but it could also be learning. It could be, say, a challenge. not of the negative kind, but a challenge. Or it could be, sparring, learning, something like that. Next to it, you have the King of Cups. And now the King of Cups, of course, being a king, he's in his power. And he has this wonderful emotional intelligence. He feels all of his emotions. And if you see here, there are choppy waters around him. And he looks very calm and collected, which he is. Now he will deal and take action on what's going on around him, but he's not going to let his emotions overtake him, so he can't think clearly. It's not going to happen. He stays in control, but he is filled with love, intuition, and these wonderful emotions, okay? And here you have strength. So this is you, a few different things. One, taming the beast, I guess you could say, but where you are strong, but you're also filled with compassion and love. So here, it seems like whatever this is does have emotional involvement, right? But you're in control of that. And here, you're making for sure everything is as it should be because you are strong. So whatever this is, it's nothing to stress over, okay? Now down here, this is where you are thinking clearly. It's a new beginning of seeing clearly, thinking clearly, using your wisdom. It could be aha moments, a shift, so to speak. And what we already talked about in the center here is the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of balance. Here, the Six of Cups is a card of compassion and love. So is strength. But this can be a card of nostalgia, something from the past that brings memories back, or maybe somebody's trying to come back into your life, or something that you wanted to do from a prior time is re-emerging. But it is filled typically with love and compassion, as is the Strength card. So you have both of those. And going down this way, you have the Page of Cups. So this opportunity is coming in for you, and it is filled with love. So going down this column, there is love and compassion and strength, love, compassion, and nostalgia. An opportunity with love that can have a surprise with it. Okay, now over here, it's a new beginning, something that you truly desire. So here you're gaining the clarity on something, the balance, and it could be about something that you've wanted, or somebody in your life. Here it's something that you truly desire. Here's the Hierophant, your connection with the divine, and it looks like you're going to be learning something. Could also have to do with contracts, anything official, okay? And the Page of Cups, having this opportunity where you can go forward and it's something that you're going to love. So let's go ahead and clarify and see what we get. And you've come into your own reading, which is awesome. That adds a little bit of strength and power. Okay, let's see what we have here. Four of Swords. Okay, here it looks very, very active, right? Busy sparring, learning, testing. And here it's saying, okay, now it's time to take a break. It is time to slow it down. Bring in the balance. Quick moving, sparring, action, solitude, quiet, calm. All right? So that there is a time where you need to bring everything down to a calm level. Okay, you have the Four of Pentacles here. That is either stability or lack of stability. Let's get a card for strength. The Hanged Man. Thinking things through. You have questions that you need answers to, and the best way to get those is to use your intuition. Okay, I think we should get a clarifying card for the Four of Pentacles. Okay, one of the things I'm seeing here, right? Very active, very busy. Learning, teaching, sparring. Here is about the opposite. Being very calm, very quiet, and resting. Here you have the King of Cups, in great control of his emotions. Very intuitive. And here you have the Four of Pentacles. And so this can mean you're feeling the security and stability, or it can mean the opposite. So here's the opposites. Here's opposites. Here is strength, compassion, and love. Here is feeling like you need solitude to go in and answer the questions that you have. So not that these are exactly opposites, but I think there's more to this than what we're seeing. So let's get a card. You have the Hermit. Another card about having the solitude. This is where you are climbing the mountain. And you've seen this lantern is the star. So you're working your way up to clarity, to finding your enlightenment. And it's filled with intuition, wisdom, finding your way. And here is using your intuition, solitude, but it's because you have questions that you need to ask. So for me, there is a lot of information here about balance. Here you have the Lovers. It's a choice, an important choice to make. And here you have the Nine of Wands, which is having to have patience and standing guard, protecting, defending. What I'm getting from this is kind of like this, duality. There is a part of you that is very strong, ready to go, in control, right? And then there's this other part of you that needs the quiet time, needs to find the answers. And there needs to be a balance between those two aspects, okay, to get the best results. There might be time to spar, to be in this energy, and then there's definitely a time to be in this quiet energy and an important decision, right? What I'm feeling from this is you need to find the balance between the two. Yes, you're looking for answers, or yes, you're needing to go forward and do something that you feel you need to do, but you also need to make for sure that you have you time. Okay, it's important to have this balance. Okay, let's go on. Okay, Ace of Swords. Page of Pentacles. So here is this beginning of having this clarity of thought, the aha moment, seeing the truth, using your wisdom. And I think you are gaining this because of this, figuring out the balance. You can't be all in all the time. You can't rest all the time. You have to have this balanced dance, so to say. So here, I think that's helping to create this beginning where you are seeing things so much clearer because of what you have been going through. And it might be you deliberately doing it to find the balance, or maybe it's, happenstance. Okay, so here you are, now seeing clearly because of this, which is bringing in an opportunity. And this is Pentacles, so this is earthly matters. It could be finances. And right here, the card that made me start to question things is feeling security with your finances, right? So it could be about finances, emotions, balance, okay? But new beginning of clarity and opportunity. You know, maybe looking at this, if possible, is a lesson that either you were deliberately going through, or it could have been just happening to you and you ended up learning much. Serendipity. If you go by the serendipity card, I would say it might not have been deliberate on your part, but as you were going through it, you gained a lot of clarity. So it ended up kind of like, as Bob Ross says, a happy accident. Okay? Here, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords. So this is needing to make a choice. And if you notice, she's blindfolded. She needs to take off that blindfold. But she also needs to use her intuition. And here you have a card of intuition. Here you have a card of intuition. Here you have seeing clearly. Okay? So use your intuition. But also reach a point where you take off that blindfold. You have choices, or a choice you need to make, a decision you need to make. And there could be some confusion. And it's got to do with balance. Okay. Here, the Ten of Wands. Here's this card, love, compassion, nostalgia. Here you're dropping the burdens. Okay, you've been carrying a heavy load and you're letting it go. I think your reading is kind of complicated this time. Kind of deep. So, what I'm feeling from this is you have been carrying something with you for some time. And going through this is bringing the insight and the opportunity to take action. This is more of a practical kind of energy. Here, center of the reading, balance. You know, good finances, beautiful love, but balance. Here's needing to make the decision. You have two here, okay? Here's this warm, beautiful energy. And here's dropping the burdens. So, again, balance. Very interesting reading. Another page. So, you have 3 pages. Here, what I'm feeling from this, it's all about the balance. You reach a point of being able to see clearly, having to make the decisions to create the balance, letting go of what was driving you to have this, fluctuating energy, needing to do this, but needing to do this, right? So I feel like you're getting this all in balance. You're dropping this. Maybe it's time for it to be done. You've learned what you needed to learn, and now you have the opportunity to go forward in the balance, and you needed to make the decision. So it looks like maybe it's taking a little bit of time to do that, but you're doing it. So you're dropping the burdens to go into this beautiful energy. And for me, if you take a look at the image, it's a childlike energy, right? One where if you look back, you can see how things were balanced. It felt so good. You ever have a childhood memory where everything was so nice? It was just filled with peace, happiness. Okay? So I think you're dropping all this because you've got it figured out. So now you can go forward with what you want, what you truly desire. And so an opportunity is coming in that you love. You have the Page of Cups twice in this row. And right here, the Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. You are reclaiming your power. I think you had to go through this, but it looks like you are reaching the end where you've learned what you've needed to learn. Okay, the Knight of Swords. Here's the Hierophant. Learning. And I think there has been a lot of learning here. Okay, so you've learned what you needed to learn to go forward. The Knight of Swords is going for his goal, and he sees clearly. He understands. And he's a quick-moving energy. Okay, and here, Ace of Swords to the Knight of Swords, right? In this diagonal. Ta-da! The grand crescendo. This leads you to the Fool. The whole thing leads you to the Fool. Okay. Very powerful, important card in the tarot. It's the very first one. The Fool is a brand new beginning. And it's Major Arcana. Big new beginning where you see he's coming to the edge, taking that risk. And so what I'm feeling about this whole thing is it could have been a lesson, but it was something that you needed to go through to find the balance in how you do what you do. You can't always be going 100 miles an hour, and you can't always sit still. You have to have this balance, this beautiful dance between action and inaction, you know, feminine, masculine, right? So I think there is synchronicity here and serendipity here, definitely. Unsettled times. Yeah, that's that. Needing to plan ahead. But you reach the point of celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Right here. If you take a look at the Fool, he is dressed so whimsically. He's supposed to go into his new beginning with a light heart. Right? So, to me, this particular oracle card is speaking volumes. Yeah. You needed to reclaim your power, and there's a process that you're needing to go through in order to do that. And it looks like you're coming out extremely successful. And so by you having this new beginning of the Fool, it's creating this opportunity that you are going to love, which is here twice. Wow, what a reading. Okay. Deep, very deep, profound, but it's looking wonderful. Okay, let's see what the angels would like to share. Ask your angels. That's always true. If you need any help at any time, ask your angels. That's one part of your support system. And just to show you here at the bottom of the deck, you have success. So if at any point along in here you need help, ask your angels. They are here for you. And you're going to be successful. This card right here to me is saying it all. Bring in the balance. And I think that's really what you are doing. Okay, let's close this out with a few charms. What do we have? Okay. You have the Eiffel Tower. And what instantly came to me was, wow, what a challenge, right? But once you accomplish this, it's a long-lasting energy. You know, the Eiffel Tower has been up for many, many, many years and is still a marvel, right? So I feel like by you going through this process, it's not something that's just going to fade away next week or anything. It's going to be with you a long time. A lesson well learned. Okay, and you have 2 words here. This one is memories, which would go, let me move this over here, very well with the nostalgia card. So there might very well be a connection with the past, something with the past. Maybe something happened in your past that made you feel like you needed to go through this process. And here you have a question that says, why not? Question mark. What is really coming to me is trying to figure this out, right? And you finally come up with this needing to create the balance and having the attitude of, well, yeah, why not give it a try? I've tried other things. Maybe this will work. That's what I'm getting. Okay, thank you so much. I really hope this helps. And here you go. 4-leaf clover. Lucky times are coming in. It's a time to celebrate, have fun, and enjoy. You've put in the work. Now, have a good time. Thank you. Much love. Bye.